Hey, Nikki, how are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you? Of
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today.
course, you as well.
Perfect. So I had a chance to talk to Derek Ting and Marc Singer. So I guess my first questions are, what was it like working with Derek on this project?
I mean, it was wonderful. It's so nice to be around someone with a vision,
Yeah,
like a real vision. I mean, he's a real creator and he was really able to bring something that started from an idea to real life, right? Like he was able to really fulfill full circle just an incredible project. So it was inspiring. Honestly, being around Derek Ting is very inspiring. He's just like the heart he puts in so much work. So he's an impressive man.
yeah,
Impressive.
yeah. Hardest working man in showbiz, writing, directing, starring, producing, the whole bit.
I
Um,
mean, yeah, incredible.
yeah. So how did you approach this character in the movie?
With a lot of strength. With a lot of strength. Yeah. Very empowering to be in her shoes. And especially for like what she goes through. Um, it's really nice to be able to be somebody who represents such power and strength so that, young ones out there or anyone who takes to this character can maybe like find some strength within themselves because of it.
Got it. Very good. And in the movie, it's you and Marc Singer and his character, of course, have a very close relationship in that sense. Did you work with him closely to get prepared for the role? Did you rehearse together at all, or did you sort of let it fly when you were on the set with Derek and whatnot?
We definitely like talked and hung out. So that allowed for having a more personal relationship. So that was really cool. And we also just we got along really well. He was super nice. He was super cool. So that allowed us to for things to just be easy. There was no inflated egos anywhere in the room. Like we were all able to just hang out and chill and talk about wherever we needed to go with our characters or just whatever we needed to feel. We were able to feel and feel safe around each other, which is really lovely.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, I mean, I feel like it was a great connection and on and off the screen. And so that's what allowed, I think, the genuineness and the obvious relationship between the two to show on camera.
excellent, excellent. And this was like an action movie, right? I tried to take a look at your filmography and whatnot before hopping on. I noticed you're in some Butch versus Sundance and some of those films. I mean,
Yeah.
do you like action movies versus other movies? Are they more fun, or is it just another day at the office for you, or anything like that?
You know what? I love action movies because I love being very physical. Like my goal is to be a superhero. So that's like I'm like, let's get all the action under my belt. Let's go for it because I'm gearing up for the big leagues, you know? Like I really think that the physicality and just the strength is really something that I love tapping into with action films. So, and like or even just like some badass character, like you were mentioning Butch versus Sundance and which I love that movie it's on Tubi. And it's like a kind of a remake or our spin version of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And so, in even in that movie, I'm able to be like a really strong, badass, like outlaw, and like that is so cool. So then being able to go from that and then go to this badass character on Agent Recon, it's like I think I'm just really hoping and I'm putting out in the universe that there that there's so much more action movies for me in the future.
Well, working with Derek Ting, I'm sure he could rope you in there again with one of his next projects.
I
But
know that's badass.
those movies are like westerns, right? this is like a more military-ish sci-fi film.
Mhm.
I guess just going back to the movie itself, like what did you do to get in that headspace? Did you do any training? Was there training on set? Did you get to handle a bunch of guns and have fun?
We did have some like weapons on set for that. But honestly, it was what really drew me into like that world was like being in that wardrobe,
Yeah.
like being in the gear. Like we had real gear and like it was like layers on layers and like, snapping belts on here and, chest plates and like all these things. And so it was really cool to be able to get into character and just really feel all of it because even just the weight of your clothing, right? Like to really feel like you're dressed the part, you're like showing up. And then also to have other people around you also in that same that same look and making it a real like whoa, this is an army, like we're showing up together, like we got a team, you know what I mean, like the real teamwork. Um and then um and then even just just the even like the place we're at, the location, like sometimes it was not like they weren't easy conditions and they weren't like, we weren't out in a field of daisies, we were like we were like in some like crazy like rock climbing type of situations and like running, and it was absolutely insane. So there was a lot of physicality and a lot of you had to show up strong. You couldn't really fake that, like I'm like, legit running up a hill where there's like, rocks and divots and all these things I have to really look out for. So it's like, but I'm also, something's also really happening that's like that could end my life, So it's like you gotta show up and you gotta be aware and you gotta bring that strength and that awareness. So
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I can only imagine right now, but just wearing the gear, getting in the headspace, going on missions, all the fun stuff.
mhm.
So what was your biggest joy during filming that you had?
Biggest joy. I mean, the connections with people. I
Yeah.
think that really. And so like working with Marc Singer, he was so kind. Like we got to talk a lot, which was cool. And he was really awesome. And so I feel like that was really cool. And then honestly, and then I had a moment where it dawned on me that I had a dream come true that I had no idea I had. It was really weird because I grew up watching Walker Texas Ranger and I didn't realize like, that was my favorite show. Like, this is not a joke. Like, it was every Saturday night, my dad and I were like, Walker, Texas Ranger. We're like, yeah, and that was like our thing. And we would go and watch this TV show. So then when it dawned on me, like when it really dawned on me, like, oh my God, I'm literally in a movie with my like childhood hero right now. Like, this is insanity. Like, when that dawned on me, then it was like, oh God, this is it. I'm good. Like now I can, die a happy woman. Like I'm so excited.
And you got to see the roundhouse kicks. You got to see the fist fly with Chuck Norris, the legend.
The legend, right? The legend. All those gifts came true.
Awesome. Very good. Yeah, Derek and Mark mentioned it was just great working with Chuck Norris, but I assume you just had the same experience. Super nice guy, super talented.
Super talented, super nice guy, such an integral guy. And so like he really sticks by what he loves and what he believes in, and that's what's really cool about him too. And he's not just gonna take any project on, he's not just gonna get the paycheck, right? He has to really like his heart has to be in it. And even so that his son is in it as well, actually, which is really amazing. So it's like being able to even like experience such a great bond is also really special too.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we our time is short, but
Mhm.
Nikki, I really want to thank you. Are you on social media? Anywhere we can follow you and whatnot?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, I think Instagram is probably the best way to find everything. So my Instagram handle is MISSNIKKILEIGH, which spells out Miss Nikki Leigh. Look out for the blue check mark. Don't get don't go with someone who's not verified. And then honestly, like you can look at IMDb for my projects, but the one that really matters right now is Agent Recon coming out. Let's focus on Amazon. I think a lot of people have Amazon, most people. So you can pre-order it, but you can also just go on June 21st and put it in your calendars and your notes and your alarms that, you got to go see Chuck Norris too.
That's right.
I will be on June 21st. So yeah, thank you so much.
No, thank you, Nikki. It's been an absolute pleasure. Best of luck with everything. And I've seen the movie, loved it. Best of luck.
Lucky I get to see it this week.
Oh, cool.
Enjoy. Thank you. That's awesome. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
This is Derek Scarzella. Thank you so much for watching this video. Just doing a quick outro. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Above all, we want to hear what you have to say about this video, this movie, what it meant to you. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, of course, YouTube. Check out our website, actionagogo.com. And of course, you can check out my own novels, Knuckle Crackbone, as well as The Vicious Game. Links are all down below. We also have a merch store if you want to enjoy our glorious Action A Go Go electric logo, which is going to come right after this. And of course, again, thank you so much for watching. It's super appreciated. Hope you had a good time. I know we did. Bye.